People, welcome back to the channel. I'm putting in that work, guys. Hold on, let me fix my shirt, that Marine shirt, putting out work. All right, so there's nothing like a clean cut, shaven Marine, waking up, doing this early in the morning. I love it. I'm back in America. I'm feeling great. I gotta, not home for long. Gotta go put that work in San Diego, but it is what it is, right? Getting close to the end. I'm at 23 years, potentially about to end this thing at 26. So I'm feeling great, right? It's almost over. It's almost over. If I go longer, it is what it is. But in the meantime, let's get down to business. What we're going to talk about today. And since I'm in America, I have my books on deck, right? This feels amazing, right? These are glossy color insides. Man, I love it. 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 I just look at these things, pure motivation. I create one of these every day. Okay. Your 401k versus a recession. All right. 401k, man. 401k. All right. So, is a recession coming? Usually recessions don't come when you're predicting them, and everybody's predicting a recession. Okay, so we're going to fall upon hard times. It's going to be a deep recession like 2008. We don't know. All right. So read the news. Don't worry about it. All right. I would read investing news to keep away from the political stuff. But, you know, the best thing you can do is prepare. All you can control in life is your actions. So prepare for a recession. All right. So 401k. I wrote this book because the 401k, right? I'm not an investment person. I'm not trying to give you guidance. This is my experience. Okay. The 401k, the way it's implemented is a trap. Okay. And I'm going to get into all that. So just listen. Don't just run with that little soundbite. Right. It's a hot take, but it's a trap for a couple reasons. Here we go. 401k is a savings account. Okay. So when you start your 401k, you put your money into a fund, you have limited access or limited investment opportunities, choices. And so you kind of just put your stuff in there and you really don't control. You have shares of the 401k, but you really don't have the shares of, say, McDonald's or whoever they're investing in, right? You really don't see behind the curtain so well. You see their numbers. But end of the day, it's like a savings account that you put into the stock, that they put into the stock market. That's all it really is, because you're not learning how to invest. Okay, all you're doing is saying, hey, you know, take 10% of my income and do something with it, right? It's a savings account. That's what we do for savings account. Hey, 10%, put it over there. Okay, so the 401k doesn't teach you how to invest, right? So if you look at a normal Wells Fargo brokerage or Charles Schwab, those are two I had. You look at their brokerage, you won't know how to read anything, right? You may not know what the S&P 500 is, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is, right? The NASDAQ 100 is, okay? So you might not know what that is if you invest purely in your 401k. So that's the first reason it's a trap. Now, here's the main reason. We're in a recession. Say you have 50 grand in your 401k. What can you do with it? That's the part I don't like. You can't do anything with it, right? You have 50k sitting there, right? Something happens, potentially lose a job. They always say, oh, don't take away your 401k, don't do it. Okay, so that's the problem. All you're doing is looking at the 401k. They're telling you, oh, it's tax-free money, tax-free money, tax-free money. But if you have to take on massive debt while your money grows over there, but you're taking on massive debt, your 401k might be compounding, but your debt, your credit card, right, your personal loans are compounding as well. And your stress level, right? So that's the reason why the 401k is a trap to me, because it's behind the glass wall. I understand why it's in the glass wall. I understand why it's in the glass wall, right? So I think a better implementation would be, hey, you know, the first $15,000 of your 401k is in a savings account or a high yield savings account. It might be behind that 401k umbrella, but maybe the first 15,000 is in a high yield savings account that you can pull from, right? They can make it hard to pull from and maybe penalize you like 1% or something. But maybe, you know, or just tax you on it, but whatever the case may be. But there should be some kind of rider in there that you can take away from. That's why I don't like the 401k up front, because they tell you right up front to put money in your 401k. Don't tell you to have an emergency fund. Okay, somebody somewhere else is going to tell you about emergency fund, but the emergency fund should be first. Okay, so I'll get into that later. But that's why they're saying, hey, taxes, compounding. Look what you can do. But life happens. People. I'm married, 2 kids, been married 16 years. Kids are 15, 11. Okay, I got 3 houses. I've moved. This would be my 13th move. 1-3 moves in the Marine Corps. Life happens. Life happens. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit of a story of my 401k. So I started my TSP, which is the military version of the 401k. I started that when I came in, I think, or maybe a year after, whatever it is. And, you know, until 2008, I think I had like 15,000, which is good. You're starting from, you know, broke in the Marine Corps, military in general. So I had like 15, 20K, whatever it was. Bought my first house. Had to take a loan against it. Okay. And then we ended up going to Japan. So I paid off that loan. It was a 5-year loan. Paid off that loan, I think, before I went to Japan. Okay. Then went to Japan. My wife didn't have a job in Japan. Yet we had a car in the States and debt and blah, blah, blah. So I had to take out, like, I think 5,000 against it again. Okay. Started paying that one off. And then 3 years later, I went to Florida and had to take out money again. Okay. And I just paid off that loan like a year ago. Right. So, you know, now I put 1-2% in my TSP just as play money, because I got 200K somewhere else doing my dividend stuff, and that money is just play money, right? Because I don't take it seriously. It's too hard to take seriously because, you know, I get the intent, but, you know, right now people put money in the 401k and the stock market went down. Excuse me. And the stock market went down and they don't know what to do. It's just sitting there, they're watching it, the wealth destruction, right? And a lot of people are towards retirement age. I'm sorry, I got my fan on, which is ridiculous. So next time I record, I'll turn it off. But they're watching their wealth destruction, right, inside their 401k. They don't know what to do. There's nothing they can do, right? Me, in my brokerage account, my wealth is destroyed too, but I'm buying more individual stocks. Hey, McDonald's is down 20% today. Boom. Give me 3 shares, right? So when it bounces back, I got a high dividend yield on it, right? So I'm making moves. I learned the inside scoop. I learned when to buy. Okay. Yes, the 401k is also gaining, right? Your 401k should be buying more shares because it does have dividends inside there, and they should be buying more shares, but you don't know what's going on, right? You're using a hope strategy. Okay. So that's why, you know, I've lived the 401k story. They convince you that that savings is all you need and do that first and blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's dangerous. Okay, because you're going to be in more stress with that 401k. You're looking at your 401k and you don't know anything else to do, right? You know nowhere else to start. Okay, so before the 401k, this is potentially what you should do, right? If you're doing your 401k now, you know, this is, again, not investment advice, right? I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But as somebody who lived the 401k life for 23 years, right? And now I got like 8K in there, and I got 200,000 somewhere else, right? And that money over there is making me $1,000 a month during the recession, right? I'm about to get an $80 dividend. I'm about to go to sushi with my wife, right? And still have money left over to play with. Okay. Do I want that $80 dividend, or do I want a 401k up front that hasn't given me 1 penny? It's growing apparently, but it hasn't done anything until I'm 59 and a half years old, right? So I'm not saying the 401k is bad, but you have to learn when to put into it, or maybe, you know, adjust it to 1% and put 4% in your savings, whatever it is. So you want to save for today. All right, your emergency fund. How much should your emergency fund be? I don't know, 6 months of expenses. Not 6 months of living costs, but expenses, right? Your bare minimums. Say $2,000 a month. So you need $12,000. Okay. Right. If that sounds like a lot, well, you got some research to do. Right. Things are tight. I get it. I've been there. Right. That's why I started writing books, because I was in debt and we got out and I learned about it, and it's my duty Now, my personal responsibility to share with others. Okay, so you save for today, high yield savings account. I bonds, right? Earning 9% right now. Okay, you can do treasury bonds, right? They're low risk, right? It's hard to sell them, right? It's hard to sell treasury bonds, right? You might not get your full value back, but if you're saving for the long term, you'll earn income from those treasury bonds, right? It'll pay you. So there's ways to save and invest, okay? Now you invest for tomorrow. Okay, I like to do income investing, but I also do dividend growth investing, and I also do index funds. Okay, so my pot of money, right? So my dividends for my income investing, I get today, right? Today and tomorrow. Okay, I can look and say, okay, well, I'm getting $1,000 in dividends this month. Some of them are reinvested, but they're all going either back into the portfolio or they're going back into my wallet. If I don't need them that month, I reinvest them. But it's good to have my Cash App and be sitting on $100, $150 every month, right, on my Cash App, knowing that I can spend the money or not. Okay, I might need it for gas and late in the month. When you're late in the month and you're waiting for your paycheck, yeah, I got money sitting there waiting for those situations. Nothing happens, okay, cool. I'll put the money on. I'll buy some more McDonald's stock later today, right? So then once all that's set in motion, you have your $12,000. You're receiving $500 a month in dividends, $600 a month in dividends. Then you look towards your retirement savings. Yes, it sounds backwards, right? But here's the kicker. You can use your savings account, your emergency fund during retirement. Okay? Your income investing is not going anywhere. It'll be there for retirement. So it's already a retirement plan. It's just not in that, the tax-free status, right? I get the tax-free status, but it's also locking your money away and your education. Okay, so yes, a brokerage account, that sounds bad, and I get it. People are going to say, yeah, put your money away, far away, far away, far away. It's tough. Okay, your dividend portfolio you can use today. You can take that money today, and once you get started on your dividend portfolio, you're going to want to keep growing that portfolio, right? It's very addicting. Okay, so again, I do have my TSP account going, right? I don't take it seriously. I just put a little money away, the money I can afford to just leave and not even look at. I rarely look up my TSP account, maybe once every 90 days, just for fun. That's it, because I really don't care. Okay, be honest with you, I'd rather take that whatever $300, $200 I'm putting in there every month, put it in dividends. But I'm playing the game, right? I'm letting it go. I put my money. The good thing is there's a Roth TSP, so I'm putting my money in Roth TSP, right? It's getting taxed. It's going there, and when I turn 60, I'll have a big lump sum of money, tax-free, that's already taxed and it grew, and I'll extract it, right? So it is what it is. But I'm not saying save for retirement last. All right, I'm saying reevaluate how much money you're putting where, and can you use money today? And all my little life experience of 41 years, having money today, having dividends in my account today, and all the stress I've had with all this debt, I will say having money today, right, being able to borrow against yourself today, will save you the anxiety of trying to wait till you're 60, okay? And that's a good thing about, M1 finance account, brokerage account, okay? You say you have 20 grand in there. You've been working your butt off. You have 20 grand in your M1 finance. Something happens, okay? Without even talking to anybody, you can extract maybe 6,000 out of there, 5,000 loan that you don't have to pay back on any schedule, okay? And it's a low rate. Right now it's like 3.5%. Okay, so just knowing, hey, because if you do a TSP, they stop you from investing, or your 401k, there's a limit, there's an upper limit of how much you can do it. They're tracking it. Everything else, you gotta put it back in X amount of time, and blah blah blah, all these rules, stipulations, okay, because of the tax-free nature. However, right, if you just start a brokerage account, just start siphoning money away into dividend stocks, whatever you want to do, and things get rough, Keep in mind, when you borrow against it, you're still getting your dividends. Okay? So you're still receiving your dividends, everything else. You just got to pay back that loan over time. Okay? So whatever situation happened, car broke down, right? But again, that's what your emergency fund's for. Okay? So it is what it is. So if you do want to borrow against your M1 Finance brokerage accounts, maybe it's for starting a little small business. Maybe you want to start a lemonade stand for, you need $1,000, right? So you're going to parlay that money into an investment. Okay, so these are big thoughts. I get it. However, that's what I write about every day. Okay, that's what I write about every day. Having these, learning enough to have these big thoughts, right? To understand money, to see your money as an asset always. Okay, to make sure every single one of your dollars is going somewhere that is going to pay you back. Okay, very important. Very important. 401k. Just reevaluate what you're doing. Reevaluate if having money today, your savings account, your dividends getting paid, and then your 401k on the side, right? I get it. They're going to tell you max that thing out, max that thing out, max that thing out. Okay, I get it. But if you have credit cards and your 401k is growing at 8% and your credit cards are at 16%, and you can't get off credit card debt, reevaluate what's going on. Okay, reevaluate. And if you do a hard stop on your 401k, it'll still grow. If you have to do a hard stop, take care of your finances today, pay everything off, get your emergency fund, start a dividend account, and then you reassess and get back in there 3 years later, the money grew for 3 years. Okay, you're not losing anything. Okay, because your knowledge is compounding, and when you jump back in, you'll be a wiser person. All right, I lived a 401k life. That was my only life support for a while. It doesn't work. It leads to stress. Okay, now I got life support everywhere, man. I'm accumulating cash right now. I'm buying dividend stocks. I got what I need. Okay, and I don't worry about things. I don't worry about things at all. Right? I just worry about how much more can I invest? But it takes time. Books. I'm 122 books in. Right? I'll keep going. So I'm going to probably slow down reading a little bit. I usually aim for a book a day. Or I'm sorry, a book a week. But I'll probably do that, a book every 2 weeks. I want to jump down on this YouTube thing and get monetized. So, tell your friends, if you're not an avid reader, become one. Okay. Tell your friends, get them the free books. This is also a free PDF, right? Free PDF, take it. What you can do is you can stack up your free PDFs that you like the covers, you like the book, and then when you have money, buy them. Okay. Nope. It is what it is, right? Like these books are for people that want to support, or just want to have something on their desk that reminds them. Okay, it's gonna remind them about what the money's about. Okay, so but yeah, that's it. That's all I got for today. Reevaluate your 401k. Is it serving you well during a recession? Now might be like you're right in a recession. It's hard to pivot, right? But maybe it's time just to rethink, like, hey, can I use some money today? Can I learn how to invest today? And if you can't, right, you don't have the money, or you want your 401k and you want money today, and you want to build something today, start releasing content. Yeah, it takes 6 months to a year to get started financially, but you gotta have to start somewhere. Okay, you gotta make your first penny before you make your first dollar. Then you make your first $100. Okay, so it starts somewhere. Okay, so if you don't have money, if you want to keep your 401k the same but you want more passive income, right? Content creation, cheap business, right? This is grinding, straight grindage, right? You gotta love it. That being said, I'm rambling. I love to ramble. The books, grab them. Just such a beautiful site, man. Like I just love it. I just love it. Amazon does a great job on these things, man. I absolutely love it, right? And if there's something you want to see, I don't have Facebook comments turned on because I don't have time to answer them. I got a job. But I do answer my group. So join the group, get in there, tell me what you want to see, and I'll give it to you. And what I'm going to start doing probably is having a giveaway, because I'm accumulating these books like crazy. So I'll probably start, once I get like 5 or 6 of them, I'll probably have a giveaway, maybe to a mailing list or inside the group. and send those out to people, right? Because these things are $19 each. It's a good price. So that'd be a good amount of giveaway. So those are just ideas. We're moving forward. Anyway, rambling. I'll see you next time. Bye.